Hey guys, Kurt from Time Machine Transport. I am at the Pilot in Ontario, Oregon. It's got me some tacos. Who doesn't like some tacos? Anyways, so I'm doing a follow-up video with Donald Trump saying that we won't see him for a while, or we may not see him for a while. So I started thinking, I'm like, well, a lot of people, and obviously if you subscribe to my channel, you know I'm former military. I served my time in an elite combat unit. So I had a buddy of mine say, hey man, you should do a video on what to do when the power goes out. So, well, actually, first things first. So, California, I delivered over in Fremont, California from Owatonna, Minnesota, which was south of Minneapolis. I need a haircut bad, man. Really bad, but I'm not going to wear a mask to get my fucking hair cut. So my wife's going to cut my hair when I get home. Hi, baby, I love you. Hi, Mom, I love you. Hi, all my brothers and sisters, I love you. And all you guys who subscribe to my channel, I love you guys. Anyways, so what I delivered over at this glass company, Walters and Wolf in Fremont, California, it was mandatory masks. They actually were trying to take my temperature before I went out. I said, man, I ain't taking my temperature. You ain't taking my temperature, man. And they kind of looked at me all weird. I'm like, you're not a medical professional. I said, this is your freight. You want it or you don't want it. All right, well, we want you to take your temperature. You ain't taking my fucking temperature. If I have your freight on my trailer or on our trailer, you're gonna tell me, okay, if I have a temperature, what, are you not gonna take it off? You're gonna want this fucking freight or I'm gonna go sell that shit. Anyways, so it was almost 100 degrees and they've had a heat wave out there in Cali. And it was almost 100 degrees and these guys were wearing masks. It's mandatory inside and out in California and here in Oregon. So these guys are out there. I mean, what the fuck? That's crazy, man. They were wearing masks outside, not next to anybody. That's crazy, man. And then I stopped and got fuel. I got a load from Fremont, California, which actually was Newark, which is right next to Fremont. A load of crane parts going up to the windmill farm over here in Lexington, Oregon. So I was able to unload that after sitting there over the night. They couldn't unload me on Wednesday, so they got me unloaded yesterday. So had some loads, whatever, blah blah. So now I'm on my way over to Morgan, Utah, to drop off some timbers, like oil treated timbers for a job site. So I shut down at a truck stop in like right by Hermiston, and I went in. I knew it was mandatory masks. The larger truck stops, you can kind of get by with it, whatever the case is, and everybody knows. Grab my stuff here. Everybody knows that I have my medical notice that I create. Well, I didn't create it. It was actually on Logic Before Authorities channel. I just shrunk it down and did some tweaking on it and then put it in a plastic protector and a lanyard. If you want one, give me a call, text me, 414-477-7845. 414-477-7845. Anyways, so when I pulled up at the delivery in Fremont, the guy said, oh, you're going to have to wear a mask when you untarp. I said, man, I can't. I showed him my medical tag, and I said, I can't. I said, I literally cannot wear a mask. And I can't. I'm not lying. I just can't. I can't wear one. I feel like an asshole when I wear one, so I can't. Anyways, so I showed him the tag, and I said, you can go bring it to your supervisor. My doctor's number's on the bag. It's not a legitimate medical notice or pass. Something I made up. But everybody looks at it like, oh, okay, that's legit. So he grabs it, he looks at it, goes, oh, okay, I'll go show it to him. So he goes show it to the supervisor, and the supervisor Just told him, I'll go out and talk to him a little bit, just have him on tarp. I didn't have to wear a mask. So if you don't have some sort of resistance, man, you're gonna be fucking stepped on. I have a saying. If you come to a point in your life where something is so difficult, and I have the air on, so I'm kind of talking loud so you guys can hear me. I had a couple subscribers ask me not to idle the truck when I did a video, so I'm trying to speak as loud as I can without going hoarse. But I have a saying in life. If you, throughout your life, if you come to a point in your life where it is too difficult and you can't do it and you turn around and you go the other way, once you do that one time in your life, you're going to do that for the rest of your life. And that's what's happening with mask wearers. They're, instead of putting up a resistance and saying, it's too difficult, I'll just go along to get along, you now are gonna do that for the rest of your life, and you've probably done it before, and it's easy. It's not easy to put up a resistance. That's why it's called a resistance. It's not easy to have people stare at you when you don't wear a mask. I don't give a fuck. What are you gonna do? You're gonna come slap me? I fucking wish you would come slap me. I see these people that are getting in fights in stores. I wish a motherfucker would lay his hands on me. If they say, you got to put a mask on, you put your hands on me, that'd be the last motherfucker you put your hands on. Anyways, I get irate about these masks. So anyways, when I was over in Oregon, I caught fuel, and I started thinking, I was like, before I went in to give her my fuel card, I was like, it's a small truck stop. They're probably pretty adamant about wearing a mask. So I started thinking, and I'm like, you know what? So I went. My wife, she sprayed this down with perfume so I can smell her. I always have a piece of my wife in the truck, and then she always leaves me little notes in there when I leave. So I got the best wife in the world. Anyway, so I walk in and I got my medical notice wrapped around my neck like that, and I have my mask on my neck. It's an appearance that I'm gonna put it on, or I'm used to wearing it. So I walk into the truck stop, and as soon as I walk up to the thing, and right away it says right there's a big sign sitting on the floor: we will not serve you unless you have a mask. Well, I have a mask, just not wearing it. So anyway, she looks and she says, oh, you have a mask, okay. And then so she starts putting my card info in, and she looks at my tag, and she's like, and I'm not wearing my mask. She's wearing her mask, and everybody else in the fucking store is wearing their mask. So she says, I said, yeah, I try to put it on if I can, if I'm close to something, but I can't wear a mask. I said, this is from my doctor. And I turned it around and said, my doctor's number is on the back. You can call him. She said, oh, I really appreciate that. That's so nice. Don't worry about it. Just, you already look like if somebody sees you, they'll say, oh, okay, you already look like you have a mask. Yeah, I have a mask. I'm not fucking wearing it. Anyways, same thing I just did over here. I bought some tacos at this Mexican joint over here that I like. It's a little Mexican place over here by the Pilot in Ontario, Oregon, right on I-84. It's right over the Idaho-Oregon border. If you're a truck driver, you want good tacos or good Mexican food, they got one right here. Anyways, so I did the same thing when I walked into the Mexican restaurant. They weren't even wearing masks. They had them sitting on their chins, so that was awesome. I love that. So anyways, so this is my new appearance. If I'm in a state where, I'm telling you, man, you guys got to call me, get one of these tags, man. I'm telling you, it's easy. They ain't expensive, man. You can make one up yourself. Go to a Logic Before Authorities channel, and I don't know, maybe about a month and a half ago, he did a video, and it was a larger one. But anyways, go to his channel, check it out. So it seems as if there's more and more and more people starting to put up resistance. There's people actually starting to peacefully protest now. They have one going on in Oregon. In Utah. Roy Potter's channel, he's actually going to attend it tomorrow. I'm delivering in Morgan, Utah on Sunday. So, which is really weird. I've never been unloaded on a Sunday on a flatbed. So, which is cool, because then I'm good to go on Monday. But anyways, Roy Potter, there's a protest, anti-mask or a non-mask wearers protest or whatever.
Leaving Boise, there's a slowdown on I-84 East that is causing a 56-minute delay. You are on the fastest route. You should reach your destination by 12:20 a.m.
I put my GPS in to find out how far I was from Morgan, and I obviously left it on. So anyways, he's going to that protest, so I was thinking about, fuck, I might just do it as well. So before I go to bed tonight, I'm going to Google the distance from that place in Utah to Morgan, Utah. And I might catch an Uber ride and go over there and fucking protest. So anyways, so this is my new look. If I'm in a state where masks are mandatory inside and outside, make it, if you walk in like this, I'm telling you, man, it works. This works. And the appearance of you're gonna have a mask, it works. And the lady, I went in this morning because I spent the night there at the truck stop, and I caught a shower this morning. I took a shower this morning, and the lady saw, the same gal was in there, and she saw the pink bandana and my thing. She goes, oh, hi. So she gave me my shower key, blah, 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 and didn't ask me to put the mask on, nothing, man, nothing. I'm telling you, man, put up a resistance on this, man. Stop getting to a difficult point in your life or a difficult point in the road, and you're saying, it's too hard, man, I'm just going to turn around and walk away. You come to a difficult point in your life and you turn around and you go the other way, you're going to do that for the rest of your life. Stop doing it. Anyways, so I just went off on a serious tangent. I apologize. So the title of the video is the very first thing you should do when the power goes out. Now, we have 2 bathrooms. I know a lot of people probably have a bathroom, or you might have 2 or 3 or 4 bathrooms. I don't know. But if the power goes out, the very first thing you must do is grab or turn your water on, grab every pot, bowl, garbage can, like small bathroom garbage cans, wipe them out, whatever the case is, wipe them out, sterilize, whatever you're going to do, bleach wipes or whatever, wipe out the inside of your garbage cans. And people may laugh at this, but you need to fill up your bathtub, all your sinks, every bowl, every pot and pan, every garbage can you have in the house. That's the very first thing you have to do when the power goes out. Don't go and start chatting with neighbors, and don't try to use your phone. You need to fill up everything you possibly can as a big container, your bathtub, your sinks, even and people that, I used to be a general contractor, so I know a lot of stuff. Your toilet tank holds probably at least a gallon of water, if not a couple gallons of water. People, oh, that's gross. No, that's just clean water. That pumps in from your water tank, or from your water line, and that's clean water. It's not toilet water. People don't know that. So you have 1 to 2 gallons of water just sitting in your toilet tank. Now, and the reason why I say the very first thing you got to do is fill up your bathtub, your sinks, your pots, your bowls, your garbage cans, because when the power is out for a very long time, they need power to get water to your house with pumps. A lot of people aren't going to think of this until it's too late. You're going to go to turn the water on and you're not going to have any water. Now, on your bathtub, right underneath your faucet, between the faucet and the drain of your bathtub, there's a round, it could be chrome, it could be whatever your bathroom sink or whatever is, it could be chrome, whatever. But it's a round circle, and it's sitting on the front of your tub, on the inside of the tub. That's called an overflow. Now, an overflow is used as a safety mechanism. So say, for instance, you turn the tub on and you're running water and you forget and you're out baking a cake. I don't know what you're doing. Why you're running bath water? It's none of my business. But anyways, that overflow is a safety mechanism so water doesn't pour over the side of your tub. If you want to get yourself an extra 10, 20 gallons of water, you take a screwdriver and you unscrew that disc, that cover. Then you grab yourself some duct tape and you run duct tape over that hole, because there's a pipe that goes down to your drain. So when the water hits that level, it's going to go down the drain or into the overflow down into your drain. So grab a screwdriver, take that plate off, take that disc off, and run yourself 4, 5, 6 pieces of duct tape. I wouldn't use anything but duct tape. And that will seal that hole, so now you can fill your bathtub all the way to the top without worrying about it going back down. So that, by doing that, you're going to get yourself an extra 10 gallons, 20 gallons of water. That's significant. So that's the very first thing you got to do when the power goes out. The very first thing is get water in your home. Now, another thing, people don't, well, if you're a contractor or if you know about this, your water heater has, depending the size of your water heater, if it's a 30 gallon, I don't think they make 30 gallons anymore, but if they have a 40 gallon or a 50 gallon or an 80 gallon water tank, you got that many gallons of water in your water tank. Now, a lot of people call it a hot water tank. That's redundant. It's not a hot water tank. It's a water heater. So it's a water heater. It's not a hot water heater, because cold water goes in there and then the water heater heats up the water. Hot water doesn't go. Anything that comes in from the street is always cold water, and it goes into your water heater. So a lot of people still call it a hot water heater. It's not a hot water heater. It's a water heater. Sounds stupid, but there's a fun fact for you. Because cold water goes in and you heat it up. A lot of people don't know that that tank is completely full, whatever the gallon rating is, full of fresh water. And on the bottom of the water tank or the water heater, there's a spigot. Now that spigot is all the way on the bottom, and the reason why you have that is so when you go to take that water heater out when it goes bad to install a new one, you can turn that drain on and it drains all the water out. Once you shut your shutoff valves above the water heater off, now you can turn that spigot on and all the water drains out of the water heater. Okay? So if you ever, say for instance, you're foraging through houses when shit hits the fan, you're always, unless it's already drained and people know about it, but you're always going to have whatever the gallon rate is, 50 gallons of water in water tanks, and a lot of people don't know that. So if you have a home, if you're renting or having a whatever, not an apartment obviously, but in a regular home or a house, now you also have 40 or 50 gallons of extra water in your water heater. All right, so keep that in mind as well. Then, now after the power goes out, once you fill up everything with fresh water, now that's not going to last you a very long time. You obviously have to be very cautious and you have to minimize your water use. Obviously, you're not going to be taking baths or whatever. Obviously, you don't want to waste that water. So now you have to look for water. What you should be doing now, and like I told people in my other videos, is always have a plan B. Okay, you should already have a plan B for when this stuff happens. We're preppers, so we know this. People that don't, they don't think about these things. They just think that your water, once you turn it on, it's just going to come out as you demanded by turning that faucet on and off. That's not going to happen when the power goes off. Okay, so after you fill up everything, and actually before the power goes out, you should have already been out walking around within a certain radius of your residence. You should check for ponds, like in a park, pools, any kind of other water source. Okay, where we live, we have a pool, we have a pretty nice sized pond. So we have ample water. I mean, you could drink pool water. I mean, it's just basically chlorine in there. Shock. I mean, if you're thirsty, you're going to drink anything. So look for look for any water source in your area Because once that water runs out, now you're going to have to go and get more water. Now, once your very first most important thing is water. That's you can go weeks and weeks without food. My fat ass could use not going out or not my fat ass could definitely use not eating for 2 months. But your body obviously needs water. So also you're gonna want, we already know this, a way to purify it. A lot of I was on a chat one time on Central Banker WW3's channel, great guy, and in the chat there were some people talking about, water, this and that. I said, well, you can use bleach, to purify water. And one of the people, some gal or something's like, what? You're gonna die if you do that. No, that's she's stupid for even saying that. Do your homework before you try to critique somebody. Anyways, for a gallon of water, I think it's like 2 drops of chlorine. Shake it up. They also say you can put water in direct sunlight, and that will also help purify it. I don't know if that's true or not. But have yourself some extra bleach in the house. And like I said, go around and start looking for a water source. Okay? And then obviously there's you can use there's tablets you can use for purifying water. You can obviously boil it, bleach, and so on and so on. But I'm gonna be done with this video now. But that's the very first thing you need to do when the power goes out is get your water supply full. If you got 2 bathtubs, fill up both. You're not going to be taking a bath. If anything, you're probably going to be taking a whore bath every other day or every 3rd day or whatever the case is, just wiping down your vital essential parts so you don't, I forgot what the word is, dysentery. So you don't die of dysentery. You got to obviously be clean. So, like I said, just make sure you fill up every bathtub, block off that overflow, fill up all your sinks, fill up all your garbage cans, fill up all your bowls, all your pots, so on and so on and so on. So anyways, that's all I got to say for today, and I might do another video tomorrow and this week or whatever the case is. And I may go to that mask the anti-mask protest over in Utah. We'll see. Anyways, I hope this video finds you well. Like and subscribe to the channel. Ciao.